Hello, this is Roland. Welcome. Welcome to my program called Shedding Shackles. Let's begin with a question coming in from a listener in Chicago. Let's listen to the question now.
My name is Sharon, and I'm from Chicago, Illinois. And my question is this. No, I have a comment. I don't believe the things that I read in the Bible. I do believe that there's a power, but I don't believe what I read in the Bible. And I'm questioning it, and I just wanted some answers. So, thank you. Bye.
Excellent question. Thank you, Sharon. Look, it's okay. Look, here's the thing. Belief is a very, very important thing. And it has to do with the relationship between the human being and your intuition, what you know in your heart. What you know in your heart, your intuition, what you wordlessly know, that is your highest form of knowing. Okay? For example, classic situation. Someone pulls up to a stoplight and the light turns green, but for some reason they don't go forward. For some reason they sit there a couple of extra seconds instead of going forward when the light turned green. And then at that moment a car goes flying through, running the red light and zooming past through the intersection. And if that person had immediately gone when the light turned green, they would have been struck by that red light runner. You see what I mean? Another classic situation where you see intuition at work. Let's say you're taking a night class at a local college downtown somewhere, and your class gets off at like 9:30, so it's 9:30 at night, it's dark, wintertime, and you're walking to your car, and you usually go through an alley to take a shortcut to where your car is parked. But tonight, for some reason, somehow you just have a sense, you have a gut sense, gut level knowing, a hunch not to go down that alley, a warning not to go down that alley. It's wordless. So you don't go down the alley, and you're safe. Who knows what was lurking in that alley? See what I mean? So we have a lot of situations like that. Then on the other hand, sometimes the door opens and you sort of sense that's the way to go. It's not an emotional decision. It's not based on what anybody said or did. You just sort of have a sense to go in that direction. And it turns out to be right. Well, that's what your intuition is. It's present sight and it's foresight. And it's also sometimes 20/20 hindsight. Okay, when you made a boo-boo, you were angry at your mom. I'm just making something up. You were angry at your mom. Okay, and then afterwards you feel bad because you shouldn't be angry at your mom. You see what I mean? So that's also your intuition. It feels like conscience. Now I'm getting to the very important point, and that is what you know about religion. You should know that by way of intuition, where you just sense that something is true or right. See what I mean? Or on the other hand, you sense something is not true, or it's not right, or you're not sure, or it's unjust. You see what I mean? But it should come from your intuition. All right? So that's very important. So here's what I would do. I would just have it as a question to wonder about, something to wonder about. Say, well, I don't believe what I read in the Bible. Maybe one day I will. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Maybe one day I'll see that something I read there is true, and that would be nice. But maybe I won't. But I'm not going to dig my feet in the sand and egotistically or pridefully make a decision one way or the other. And I'm not going to be swayed by what people say, no matter how clever they are, or how many degrees they have on the wall, or what kind of robes they have on, or beads, or anything, okay? I'm just going to wait until I see for myself, thank you, okay? And then maybe one day you'll see, okay? That's the way I would approach it. Okay, here's another question. This one came in, email question. Roland, I enjoy your radio program. You always talk about meditation. And I would like to give it a try, but I'm wondering, you seem to be one of the only pastors or, spiritual caregivers or Christian people on the radio that talks a lot about meditation. Can you tell me about what you have to say about why you're talking about it so much? Well, here's the reason. It dovetails nicely with what I just said when I answered Sharon's question. And that is, the most important thing you have is your intuition. That's the most important thing that you have. And so anything that helps you to get in touch with your intuition, that gut level knowing, that wordless hunch, see, anything that helps you get in touch with that intuition is very good. And anything that hinders it is not good. So the kind of meditation that I have is very special. See, mine is different than 99% of all the other meditations. Most of the meditations get you involved in some kind of study, some kind of focusing, some kind of concentration, some kind of visualization, see, or some kind of chanting or looking at a symbol or something. But it's hypnotic. Those are all ways of producing hypnosis. And those are all ways of getting you caught up in thinking and emotions and images, see, in the unreality of your imagination. But you know how tricky your imagination can be. It can mislead you. And so can emotions mislead you. Have you ever wanted something too much and then you bought it, and then the next day you found out you paid way too much for it and it wasn't what you thought? See, your emotions, the excitement misled you. Okay? Or have you ever disliked someone? You had dislike of them, and then later on you found out they weren't so bad. See what I mean? So you can't trust emotions. But one thing you can trust, and that's your intuition. If you have an intuition about something. Okay, so my meditation helps you to be in the moment, to stand back from thinking, stand back from imagination, stand back from emotions. Just taking a mental step back and being in the present, sitting quietly in the present. And there you are closer to your intuition. It's that simple. Okay? And then anything good, which way to go, which way to turn, what to believe, things about religion or spirituality or the purpose and meaning of life, these are very important things. See, look for them in intuition. Intuition first, last, and always. Okay? So take someone like Moses, for example. He had a deep conviction. Long before he knew anything about God, okay? Long before he knew anything about that. He followed what he knew in his heart. He followed what he knew in his heart. And it wasn't until he was 80 years old that he was ready for God to use him. Up until that point, he was, from age 40 to 80, he was just what? A shepherd out in the wilderness. Okay, sheep herder. Okay, but he had, and look, you know yourself too, don't you, that people of goodwill from all over the world, doesn't matter where you're from, whether you're from Africa or the Middle East, or from Asia, or from Iceland, or from Russia, from Pakistan, from South America, from the Fiji Islands, from California, from New York. Doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter what race you are. Okay? People of goodwill. See? The language of conscience, the language of intuition is universal. See? Two people of goodwill can look at the same thing and see it the same way. See? It's that simple. They have an understanding heart. So, hope you enjoyed today's Internet Christian Radio. My program is called Shedding Shackles. And it airs various stations around the country. If you go to sheddingshackles.com, then you can listen to my program. I have a weekly program, okay? And then you can listen to it at our radio archives.